Hi, I'm Jennifer, and my passion project was on improving my art. I used to doodle without any knowledge on any actual techniques, which led to my art looking very amateur and unprofessional. However, through research and practice, I managed to improve significantly and create a piece that looks much better than anything I could have done before. Many people draw without any reference pictures, which means they draw without any photographs or other drawings that they could base theirs off of. Doing this leads to unproportional figures and often incorrect details. I've learned that reference pictures are very important to improving, as you learn to notice all the different shapes and angles that are anatomically correct. I used to think using reference pictures meant that you're cheating or your art was unoriginal, but that was false. Most professional artists use them, and that's how they can draw so realistically. I used this reference picture for my drawing. Another fact I learned during my project was that drawing with many different kinds of pencils really helps improve. Before, I used only my HB pencil, which caused all my drawings to look flat and two-dimensional. However, when drawing this picture, you can see I changed pencils many different times because they all have different degrees of darkness. H pencils have hard lead, which leads to light pencil strokes. B pencils have soft lead, which leads to dark pencil strokes. I used both H pencils and B pencils in my art. A tip I've learned and incorporated into my piece ties in with the previous information. Shading is very important to make your art seem more three-dimensional. To make the shadows darker, I use the B pencils, and for lighter areas, I use the H pencils. There are many different kinds of shading, such as stippling, hatching, cross-hatching, and smudging. Stippling is when you shade solely with tiny dots. Hatching is lines in one direction, and cross-hatching is lines in many directions. Smudging is when you smear the lead to smooth out any discernible lines. Different shading techniques lead to different textures in the art. Because I was drawing feathers in this piece, I decided hatching would be the best to create the effect that I wanted. I really learned a lot of physical techniques doing this project, but I think the most important and helpful information I found is don't set your expectations too high and get disappointed when you can't achieve unmanageable goals. The author of an article I found says this: "The desire to be good, to feel that amazing satisfaction of creating a perfect artwork, makes you impatient. You want the destination, but not the journey. And the slower the journey seems, the worse you feel, because that's not what you wanted at all. To become a good artist, you need to lower your expectations first. You need to learn how to think in a more productive way, to put less focus on your desire, the goal, and more on the process, the way." I find this very true because I struggle with this a lot. I sometimes don't enjoy drawing itself. I want to get it done and over with and be left with a masterpiece. But life doesn't work like that, and I've realized that now. The way to success is practice, and this applies to most things in life, not just art. You really have to work hard to achieve your goals, and even then, the lesson you learn is more important than completing your objective. I really enjoyed doing this passion project, and I feel like I've learned a lot more than if we never did it at all. The things I've learned are relevant to my life, and skills I'll use in the future.